Benny and the Jets. Benny! Hey everyone, welcome to the JayVaters, my review for the movie Rocketman. Yes, Rocketman! I love it. Love the song. Love the movie. Spoilers, it's a great movie. Yeah, this movie stars Taron Egerton, Richard Madden, Jaime Bell, and Bryce Dallas Howard. And this movie is directed by Dexter Fletcher, the guy who gave us Eddie the Eagle. Really great film. And this is about the life of Elton John. That sounds awesome. I love Elton John, and very curious to see a biopic about his life. And the fact that this entire movie is done as a musical and almost like very fantasy-like, because that's what a lot of musicals do, make it very fantastical. That's not a word, but who cares? That's what this movie is. Very fantastical and very enjoyable and very funny and very deep and very dramatic and just really kick-ass. Rocketman, great film. What worked about this movie? Everything. As much as I liked last year's Bohemian Rhapsody, I thought that was a very good movie. I thought it was deeply flawed, and it didn't show all the realisms of Freddie Mercury and like his drug addiction and stuff, and they didn't even tackle his homosexuality in like the right way and stuff, and they just mostly did like a, kind of paint by numbers biopic and stuff, and it was very PG-13, and like they didn't show his like, Freddie Mercury was a very vulgar guy. Like, he sometimes told people to fuck off in the middle of his concert and stuff. So he was a pretty crass dude. And as much as I loved Rami Malek's performance, and I thought the film was a fun film, they could have really pushed the boundaries a little more. Rocketman holds no punches, and it goes all out with Elton John's story. Like, between its flashy musical numbers, dance sequences, and they go really in depth with his drug addiction, his homosexuality and stuff, and of course his music passion and everything, and it's done very, very well. I couldn't picture another way how to do Elton John's life, because Elton John himself is a pretty wacky guy, so it makes sense for the movie about his life to be very wacky and insane and just all this craziness and stuff, like these insane musical numbers and these crazy edits and stuff. All of it just, it fits the life and the tone of Elton John. And I think that's absolute genius filmmaking by Dexter Fletcher. This movie is incredibly well directed, and the editing is absolutely superb. The way they do some of the transitions is absolutely genius. If Bohemian Rhapsody can win Best Editing at the fucking Oscars, this movie can win Best Editing at the fucking Oscars. The editing in this movie is absolutely spectacular. Some of the best editing of any film I've seen this year. It is absolutely incredible, the editing. Holy shit. And Taron Egerton gives the best performance of the year so far. Out of all the movies I've seen, Taron Egerton's performance as Elton John is absolutely top-notch. He is so freaking good in this movie, Taron Egerton. Holy crap. He adds his own layers to the performance, and his singing is natural. It's all his voice, and it doesn't even sound like Elton John, but that's exactly what Elton John wanted. He didn't want someone to mimic him. He wanted someone to play him, but they didn't want someone to be exactly like him, because this is still a movie. It's a Hollywood movie about his life. It's, of course, fictionalized in a lot of aspects, and he wanted Taron Egerton to bring something different, and he did bring something different. He does act like Elton John, but he does bring some differences. He does sing at times like Elton John, but he brings a lot of differences. And it adds a lot of nuance to the performance, and I think Taron Egerton gave an amazing performance in this film. Absolutely amazing. And he should get Oscar love for this performance, and maybe even a win, who knows, but he was absolutely spectacular in this film. The whole cast was great. Like, Richard Madden was really great, Jaime Bell was really great, everyone was very good in this movie, and if you love Elton John's music, you'll love the music in this film. It's so well done. All the musical numbers and the dance sequences, the musical sequences were all done really, really well. And again, I like that they didn't paint Elton John as this very likable guy, because he was likable, but he was also a piece of shit sometimes, and they were not afraid to show that he was a piece of shit sometimes, and I thought this was done so well. I really enjoyed this film. The cinematography was really great, the sound was really great. I think this movie did a very, very good job of just painting Elton John's life. There were problems here and there. There is predictability about the film. It does have some of the biopic cliches like a lot of biopics have, but you kind of have to have that when you're making a biopic. You have to have some of those cliches and some of those beats by beats and stuff, and yeah, there was a scene or two that kind of dragged a little bit and stuff, but other than that, I thought this movie was absolutely spectacular. I loved Rocketman, and I could not recommend this movie enough. I saw this movie literally after I saw Godzilla, and my god, did my mood change. I went from bored out of my mind to exciting as fuck, and yeah, this movie is exciting as fuck. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the movie Rocketman a 9.2 out of 10. Definitely check this one out. It is a great film. So that was my review for the movie Rocketman. So in the comment section below, please tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions on Elton John? Are you a fan of Elton John? If you are, what is your favorite Elton John song? Yes, comment below, let me know. And as always for this video, please subscribe to the channel and join the dark side.